You ever wonder why life feels tough when you're trying to do something great? Why chasing big goals doesn't feel comfortable at all? That's because growth, real growth, only happens in discomfort. It doesn't show up in your comfort zone. It doesn't show up when things are easy. It shows up when you're tired, frustrated, uncertain, and you keep going anyway. That's where the magic happens. Most people run from discomfort. The moment it gets hard, they tap out. They say it's not for them. They convince themselves they're not cut out for it. But the truth is, discomfort is not your enemy. Discomfort is your trainer. It's your personal coach. It's the resistance that builds the muscle. Think about the gym. You don't get stronger by lifting weights that feel easy. You get stronger by lifting what's hard. You grow by pushing through that burning feeling in your muscles. You grow when you're sweating, shaking, struggling, but you still finish that rep. That same principle applies to life. Whether it's business, sports, relationships, personal development, you grow by facing what's uncomfortable. And the reason discomfort works so well is because it forces you to adapt. When your mind and body are in pain, but you refuse to quit, you start developing mental toughness. You stop looking for ways out and start finding ways through. And every time you do that, you build character. You build resilience. You build grit. And that grit, that's what gets you to the next level. People talk a lot about talent. They talk about luck. But those things fade. What lasts, what separates the elite from the average, is how they respond to discomfort. Champions are built in the dark, when nobody's watching, when it's cold, when it's raining, when it's early, when it hurts. That's where greatness is born. You can't skip that process. Let me tell you something that's uncomfortable to hear. If you want to become something you've never been, you have to do things you've never done. That means showing up when it's hard. That means doing the work even when you don't feel like it. That means choosing discipline over comfort every single day. But here's the good news. Discomfort isn't permanent. Pain is temporary, but the strength you gain from walking through it, that's forever. The confidence you build from doing hard things, nobody can take that away from you. It becomes part of who you are. It becomes part of your identity. You start seeing yourself differently. You stop seeing yourself as someone who breaks under pressure and start seeing yourself as someone who thrives in pressure. That changes how you move. That changes how you think. That changes what you believe is possible. Now let me be real with you. Discomfort doesn't always feel noble in the moment. Sometimes it just feels like pain, like failure, like doubt. But that's part of the process. Growth is messy, it's uncomfortable, it's supposed to be. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. You're supposed to fight through it. That's where you earn the right to evolve. And the more you lean into discomfort, the more powerful you become. Because now you're not afraid of pressure. You're not afraid of the challenge. You're not afraid of failing because you've been there and you've gotten stronger because of it. You become dangerous in the best way possible. Focused, resilient, unstoppable. That's the edge. That's what separates those who want it from those who get it. If you look at every successful person, every champion, every leader, every master of their craft, you'll see one thing in common. They embrace discomfort, not once, not twice, but over and over again. They live in it. They train in it. They sharpen themselves in it. That's how they grow. That's how they rise. Comfort is the enemy of progress. It makes you soft. It makes you lazy. It tricks you into thinking you've arrived. But discomfort keeps you hungry. It keeps you humble. It keeps you focused. It reminds you that there's always more inside you. More strength, more potential, more greatness. So stop looking for the easy way. Easy doesn't change you. Easy doesn't make you proud. Easy doesn't give you that fire inside. Discomfort does, struggle does, sacrifice does. That's what builds real confidence and the kind that can't be faked. You've got goals, big dreams. You want to be something more than average? Then stop running from discomfort. Run toward it. Invite it. Lean into it. Because every time you choose discomfort over ease, you level up. Every time you show up when it's hard, you take one step closer to the person you're meant to be. And one more thing. Discomfort is where you find out who you really are. When things get tough, all the noise falls away. The excuses fade, the image drops, and what's left is your truth, your grit, your heart. That's the real you. And that version of you, that's the version that wins. So the next time life gets hard and you feel the urge to quit, don't. Embrace it. Own it. Say to yourself, this is where I grow. Because it is. Discomfort is your path. Discomfort is your teacher. And discomfort is your ticket to greatness. You don't need it to be easy. You just need to keep showing up.